Hey, shalom, shalom. I'm reading this book right here real quick. You know, um, I work at a college university, so I'm in the library area, and I seen this book, and it was just, I guess somebody was reading it, and they left it on the table. Now, what it says here is racial subordination in Latin America. This is the author name right here, Tanya Hernandez. Now, what caught my eye was I was going through the table with contents, and I want to read this part. Brazilian Jim Crow. Sound familiar? The immigration law, whitening project, and the customary law of racial segregation, a case study. Now, this information is old, and but it's good to refresh yourself. And I know you brothers know about this information, but this is just to show you, you know, you got these clowns like Fofi that claim that the so-called Hispanics are not Israelites based on color or whatever they say, which they are totally off, and the spirit totally not working with those men over there. They through. But it's just to prove to you that we are the Israelites. We are the children of the Most High, based on prophecy, based on curses, and I'm going to read it. Brazil was the last country in the Americas to emancipate its slaves in 1888, yet with the abolition of slavery, Brazil shared a Latin American disinterest in fully integrating or according substantive citizenship rights to its black occupants. This was deeply troubling issue for Brazilians elites, given the significant numbers of slaves who have been imported into the nation. Indeed, more than 90% of the approximately 10 million enslaved Africans taken to the Americas were brought to Latin America and the Caribbean. Let that sink in. Israelites, not Africans. We that are in the know and we know the truth through the scriptures, okay, in the west coast of Africa, those slaves, 90% of them were brought here into the Americas, the Latin America, and the Caribbean, whereas only 4.6% were taken to the United States. One historian estimates the total number of African slaves imported into Brazil as 3.6 million. In contrast, U.S. historians estimate that only 500,000 African slaves were imported into the United States and British North America. Brazil's response to the fear of a newly free black population was like the rest of Latin America's an attempt to whiten its population. In Brazil, the whitening philosophy was called branqueamento and directly paralleled Spanish America's whitening philosophy of blancamiento means blanco means white, like blancamiento in Spanish Americas, brancamiento, the Brazilian population, and presumably modernizing the nation. The efforts to whiten the population were so extensive across the region. So here you have it. I'm gonna read this chapter more, and just to prove to you, man. You know?